books, video games, and other things, and they have a free bin of all things. Now, a free bin is a bin that just has a bunch of free items that you can just grab out. You can just take like as much as you want. And you just leave the store with them. I asked the people at the desk, like, how does the free bin work? I was like, you go to the free bin, you grab what you want, and you leave. That's it. So I looked in the free bin and I saw a few books that looked kind of similar, and then I realized they were part of the same series. And I was able to find, while looking in the free bin, actually like every book in the series. I have an entire series of books that I just got for free, essentially. So I feel like it's always great to check the free bin, because you never know when you can just find like a whole series. And if you watch my video on how you can exploit Second and Charles using their free bin system, then you know that this is like actually a pretty big deal. Also, I was able to get this World of Warcraft guidebook. But I mean, think about this. This is like a few days after Christmas, and I essentially got myself what could have been like a rather expensive gift if I had gone on Amazon and tried to buy like each book individually. Because I mean, these books used to cost money until they put them like in the free bin. Now, if you haven't seen my Second and Charles exploit video, I'll try and summarize it as quickly as I can. So essentially, Second and Charles has this thing where you can sell things back to them. So if you like buy video games or books or like music, then you can. By the way, good to see you, Scavenger. And yeah, it definitely was a nice grab. You can like bring those things to Second and Charles, and you can have them like buy it from you. So essentially, what I could do, and I'm not going to do this, but what I could do is I could take all these books that I got for free from Second and Charles, and then I could sell them back to Second and Charles for either money or in-store credit. Now, if I was to do that, I essentially would be getting like free in-store credit to buy something that's not supposed to be free, essentially for free. For example, if I went to Second and Charles and said, "Hey, I have this book, and I would like to trade it in for in-store credit," they may be like, "Yo, so based on like the original cost of the book, which was like $10, maybe they'll be like, hey, we'll give you like $5 for this book." And I'd be like, "Cool, yeah, I'll take like $5." Now, if I was to sell them back, and let's say for each of these books they gave me $5, and maybe they only gave me $5 of in-store credit, it'd be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then if I also did the World of Warcraft book, and let's say they only gave you $5 for each, so that's 10. So 5 times 10 would be $50. So if I was to sell these back to Second and Charles, essentially I would be able to get like $50 of store credit if they gave me $5 store credit for each of these books. Now, what's really interesting about that is that I told them this. Like, I went to the front desk and I was like, "Hey, if you guys had a database of all the free books that you had, then you could avoid like accidentally buying back a free book that someone just took from your bin, because they could exploit your system like that." To which then they said, "Hey, we can't do that." They say it's actually like against policy. Essentially, you can't add in your database anything that's not your property, and they can't say that it's their property but also give it away for free. So, Second and Charles pretty much told me there's nothing they can do about this exploit. Now, what I think they could do to avoid this from happening would be to just not have a free bin. Like, if you don't have a free bin, then no one can bring your free stuff back to you and do something like this. But I doubt they're going to get rid of the free bin. So, I could potentially do that, but I'm probably not going to. So Montel said, "Why does that book look like 50 Shades of Grey?" So I saw this book first, and I was like, "Man, this book looks really cool. Like I like his angel wings and everything, and I think it's probably gonna have like some fantasy elements." And I also saw like this book, and I saw the Crescent Moon stuff, and I was like, "These are gonna be like some supernatural books." I read the back, and it looks like it probably is closer to like a 50 Shades of Grey thing. There definitely are supernatural things, like it takes place in a magical world, and there are like vampires and stuff like that. But it definitely seems like it's a knockoff Twilight kind of thing. That being said, even if I decide that I don't like these books, I could always like sell them back to Second and Charles, and I make a profit because these books I got them for free. Or I could sell them on Amazon and be like, "Hey, I have this entire series," and sell them on Amazon for any amount of money. And as long as the amount of money I sold them for covered shipping, I would still get a profit off of having gotten all these books. So definitely always check out the free bin because you can always like potentially profit off of what you find. Let's see. So let me check more of the live chat. So then Wink said, always go for in-store credit. You won't get as much as they're worth in cash. Now that is definitely true. Dozer actually brought 3 video games into Second and Charles earlier today, and they said we'll give you $60 of in-store credit or $30 in cash. He went for the $30 in cash until he learned that they had Breath of the Wild, to which then he went for the $60 of in-store credit, and he used it to essentially get Breath of the Wild, and he only had to put like $6 down on it in order to get the game. So it was like a worthy buy. But anyways, thank you all for watching. If you like this video, make sure to like this video, favorite, comment, subscribe, and ding ding ding, ring that bell to be notified whenever we do these live streams. Thank you for watching and have a wonderful day. Peace.